Guys, this is one of my videos I'd like to do for the song Inland by Jars of Clay. I've got a capo on the 4th fret, which for those of you who know guitar and how they did it, this is going to be a little bit of a variation on it. It's still going to be in the same key. I'm not going to try to get crazy with keys or anything like that, but I just tried to do it with a capo on the 2nd and 4th, and this is what I came up for with the 4th. It's not bad. Still has the feel, I think, of the song. It's maybe a different way to do it. Maybe it's easier for some. Maybe it's just a fresher way to do it than the original way. So whatever works. But here's this way to do it with capo on the 4th. Okay, here we go. So there's your intro. I'm just hitting I'm using a hard pick, so they're not having to worry about my pick being flimsy when I'm trying to do this chuggity chug strumming on the guitar. Looks like the song's in 4/4 time. The first 3 measures are all 4 counts. Then the 4th one, the 1, 2, and then Dan starts singing on 3 for the first verse. So let me try and land that. And you can kind of do that with this chord. You can kind of, if you want. You don't have to. You can just. Okay, and I missed it. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No streets to walk on, perhaps you can rely on faith and guts to guide you, wander till you find you, only raw desire, the match to give you fire, you have to trust your heart. You don't believe in oceans. I'm going to stop there. That was verse 1. So we have E chord, which looks like a C. Then we have a C sharp minor, which looks like an A minor, and I'm reaching up with my pinky to mute the low E. It just touches it. Don't press down, otherwise you'll get that note, which you don't want. We just want. That way, if I do hit that low E, it's just, and it shouldn't even. See, anything you're hearing that A string below it, that 5th string. So, and then for the A, what I'm calling an A second in terms of the capo not being here and playing in the regular position, I'm doing, I guess what I'm technically doing is an A major 7th with an added. So. No match to give you fire, then back to the E. You'll have to trust your heart. And I'll do not only a, I'll go. It's going to get a hammer-on harmony there that I just kind of like. You don't have to. Like I said, you can just be. And if you're trying to sing and play and you have trouble with that like I do, trying to add in those little extra things is sometimes difficult, and you have to take the extra time to practice the song before you play it. And sometimes I don't always have that time to get those mental and physical processes worked out. So anyway, so if you're a struggling guitarist like me with that kind of singing and playing stuff, I understand. I totally understand. Let's move on to verse 2. The chords aren't changing. What we did in verse 1, the same progression, is the same as 2, but I'll do it so you have that to reference. You don't believe in oceans, you were a sailor, you burned your ship, then walked on, far away you walked on, you keep turning inland, where no man is an island, it's where you're supposed to be. Oh, there. That was our first chorus. We didn't do any new chords per se. We E, C sharp minor, and an A second. So yeah, we didn't do anything new there. Then we're moving on to verse 3. So it's just like I just let it open strum on the choruses to kind of get the more energy feel that the choruses have. Song gets a little louder, a little more productive, or produced, or whatever. More instruments, more noise. I'm just hitting the chords open, no more palm muting. You don't have to. You could continue to do the palm mute thing. You know, there's options. You know, within what you yourself and your guitar are doing, or whatever your group is deciding they want to do. You know, whatever flexibility you feel you can achieve with this one. But you know, if you're trying to stick to the jars method or whatnot. Verse 3, we're doing the same chords that we did with verse 1 and 2. You know, it's just Dan will sing in places to just kind of fit the words around the beats, like a lot of songs do. It's kind of like the rhythm guitar is kind of on the beat, and you know, definitely the bass drum is on the beat, it's kind of pushing everything forward. So verse 3, let's see. So it's like, anyway, with the Come On Home to Me, it's like a 1 2 3 4 1 2. Dan is once again coming in on beat 3 to start the next verse. So there's kind of some beats to listen for and pay attention to. And you might just, you know, if you have your bass drummers doing a good job of keeping that bass time, you may just feel it without even having to think. Bruce Lee, don't think, feel type stuff. So anyway, here we go. Afraid of your convictions. Okay, and on this one, you know, I want one more thing to point out is they just do this sort of this weird background noise that happens. And Dan is just singing, and I think the bass drum might still be going, and there's the weird noise, the bass drum, and Dan, and that's it. And then the band jumps back in on the chorus. But if you need, if that's not enough to go on, if that's just you guys are just gonna, your bands or yourself is just gonna derail without some kind of something going on, you can just go back to your palm muting on your rhythm guitar, or some kind of just letting the bass and the bass guitar, say the bass guitar and the bass drum, kind of bum 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 bum. Whoops. Bum 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 bum. Something, you know, get a little creative with it. Have fun. Anyway, I'm gonna do it where I'm, because it's just me and a guitar. So here we go. 1 2 3 4 1 2. Afraid of your convictions, said the land would change you. Steady your confessions, your course make no corrections. When you are a stranger, hold your tongue and wager, love will set you free. Until it sets you free. Whoa, whoa, okay, so I did to get that little weird string thing that I'm assuming Charlie is in charge of on some kind of keyboard effect there, just because it's just me and a guitar, to kind of, you know, that second chorus when it has those things come in. I think there's a little more instrumentation on that second chorus than there was on the first one. So, but that's a way you can kind of include that on the guitar if you've got it capoed on the fourth like I do, and or you can even strum out a full E second chord. You know, if desired, whatever works. Let's see. Then we're moving on to a bridge. Come on home to me. Just follow your desire. Leave it all. You're leaving all. Just burn it in. Burn it in. The fire. Everything you once knew. And everyone that knew you. Okay, I'm just kind of trying to bridge between what the quote-unquote, where the bridge cuts off and the next verse comes in without stopping, that seamless transition they do. And I just was hitting the chords on the bridge. Technically, it sounds like, I'm guessing it's Steve doing something way up high with those chords. And I'll give you some kind of equivalent here. Okay, so we have an F sharp minor, technically a quote-unquote D minor shape. And it's just the way that the quote-unquote finger picking or arpeggioing or whatever term that you know of that going by, how that's going. It's sort of like this. It kind of sounds like. Now I had the chords I suggested are F sharp minor, B suspended, E, A second, and A second with a G sharp in the bass to kind of get that little going down into the just burn it in the fire, with another F sharp minor and B suspended. If you're capable, or if you've been finger picking the whole time, if you're the kind of guy who doesn't use a pick anymore, you're just anyway, you're probably, if you've got more of a Lindsey Buckingham approach to guitar, God bless you. You are a very good guitarist. You've learned to play well. I'm trying to get to that level. May I catch up with you one day. But anyway, it's like. Okay, and if I'm doing that A second with a G sharp, something like that. Let's see. Let me try playing it without the G sharp thing, because I'm not sure whether that actually happens or not. But it's something that can be done if you need some kind of special note to kind of show where the next exit the band needs to get off on is. So here we go. Okay, just follow your desire. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm having trouble playing. Let me try that again. Everything you once knew, everyone that knew you, remove the shoes you came on, feel the earth you're made from. And that's a way you could finger pick it. It's a little bit of a way you could finger pick it. If you're strumming, like I was. And I'm doing a suspended chord, in this case a B suspended, which if you know how this works without a capo, that turns it into a G. Then we're leave it all, you're leaving all, burn it in the fire, everything you once knew, everyone that knew you, through the shoes you came on, feel the earth you're made from, back up all your questions, just keep heading in, then come on home to me. Yeah, come on home to me. And then we go into one more chorus, and then to what I'm calling the outro. Apologize. I tried to sing Steve's part and that got real interesting real fast. So let me just sing Dan's part so that's not confusing. Let me go through that outro again. What we do is we go through the chorus in its entirety once, and then we do the outro, which is where, all the backup lyrics are being sung and all these things are being said. So let's do a Dan's here. Dan's part. Can't exactly remember the notes he hit, so I'll have to listen to the recording a few more times, especially if we end up doing this song this week at church. I would like to have it right. So, anyway, although no one will notice because I don't think many people know this song, and now I'm talking in a British accent, of course, because it's fun. It's good fun. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. This version's great because if E is too high of a key for you, you just learn these shapes, play this way, and move the capo down as far as you need without having to do any weird tunings or any other extensive things that you may wish to not do. And of course, if the original key works for you, it's the 4th fret, and you can go to work on it. But I do like, I have that room to do that without, all I got to do is that pinky to get that. And if you have a keyboardist who knows what they're doing, then you're set either way. If you're around the campfire and you just want to make sure that's there, you don't even have to for the campfire version. It's okay. I won't tell. But yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's no book for this one yet, so oh well. That's fine. We'll find our way. We've been fans for all too long, so we can figure out what these guys are doing. All right, guys, there you go. Enjoy. Hopefully we get to do it this week. Stuff like that. God bless.